Why John Cafferty had a hard time watching the movie Eddie and the Cruisers, where his music is prominently featured. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band have a brand new greatest hits package with a lot of extra stuff that you probably haven't heard before. There'll be links at the very top of the description where you can pick it up. What was your impression of the movie when you saw it? I mean, could you see it objectively? I mean,
Yes and no. I could see the work. I could see how our work fit in very well to what was up on the screen. I could see that, and I felt, felt good about that. I felt good that it was working, but for me, it's like kind of like Mr. Ed to me. It's every time guy opened his mouth, my voice came out. So it was there's a certain believability that I could never have. You kind of, when you see a movie, it's like you kind of want to believe that the character is who he's saying who he is on the screen, and I could never do that just for obvious reasons. But it's not something that I think I saw it maybe once, twice tops, just to make sure everything was fitting in there right. Um, and and then I just walked away from it because at that point, those songs were songs of my band. And when my band plays, we don't play Eddie and the Cruisers songs. Eddie and the Cruisers played my songs, you know. And when I'm singing Tender Years, the last thing I'm thinking about is a movie.
yeah.
I'm just not thinking about any of that.
I remember Ellen Barkin saying, she said, "Oh, it was like a mess of a movie. I wanted a boss," and she just said it was all thrown together, and I remember my reaction of seeing it. I remember, my God, when Michael's at the end looking at the TV screens, I've got like goosebumps on top of goosebumps. And at the time, I'm really heavily reading up on the Doors, right? Because people are saying he's alive, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. But back then, I was in my early 20s. I was a little bit more susceptible to stuff like maybe Jimmy
Sure.
Morrison's still alive. But to me, that is like a great ending to a movie. I'm going, well, thank you for at least giving me some breadcrumbs at the end.
Well, it wasn't a big budget film. That was Marty's forte. I mean, the movie that he made before that was Lords of Flatbush, that starred Henry Winkler and Sylvester Stallone, and that's before Happy Days and the Fonz, and before Rocky, obviously. So he used to take sort of unknown talent, but talent, you know. And God, Tom Berenger was in Eddie and the Cruisers. It's incredible talent in that film. And but that's what he did. He made sort of not big budget films, and they have a look to them, they have a feel to them, they have a sound to them, they have a certain honesty to it, you know. And I thought he did a pretty good job with it.
I remember, and I do this a lot when I'll see a band just before I talk to them. By the way, you look great. I should mention that. I don't know what you're doing, but you look great.
Wow, must be this light bulb that my wife put in this lamp over here.
I'm pointing. Take that. But when I saw you there and you're talking, and Dick always had a reputation of talking to everyone in the band. It was really nice. That kid that started
to us, by the way, not to interrupt, but he really was wonderful to us. He liked our story. He liked our story. He liked the fact that we had been at it a long time, and we were together almost a dozen years before any of the records. We were bar band extraordinaire up on the East Coast, and he really liked the fact that we were on that ride, and we grabbed the golden ring, going by, and then the platinum one. Who knew? But he liked it.
I like the fact that he said, "You guys live together. How do you not want to kill each other?" He never said that. But that's
we were
another
very
thing.
lucky. Our band always had a great chemistry. very good guys, good-hearted guys, and all in it for the same reasons. We just music just made us feel a certain way, and it was something that we could be proud of, put our hearts and soul into, like, on a daily basis. I think that's what anybody wants in any walk of life. You just want to feel good about what you're doing. You want to be able to connect to it so that it feels like you when you're doing it. Whatever that may be. And that's what music did for this particular group of guys that I've been blessed to be a part of a band with for decades.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to have more parts of this interview coming up. If you want to join our Patreon, you'll have early access to the entire interview, all the snippets, and even some extra stuff. If you want to pick up John Cafferty and Beaver Brown Band's brand new greatest hits, there's a link at the very top of the description. Make sure you share our videos. We love it when you share them on social media. And remember, we read all the comments. Subscribe to our video and like our videos as well. And the 2 Ps, remember, join our Patreon as mentioned, or if you want to make a donation to the channel, there's a PayPal link at the very top of the description as well. I'm John Beaudin. Take good care of yourself. This is Rock History Music.